So this is the code we're getting. First things first, we're going to disconnect the battery. Alright, so the negative terminal is kind of tucked back underneath there. You're going to need a 10mm quarter-inch ratchet, so a 10mm socket with a smaller ratchet to get back at this terminal back here to disconnect the battery before you can get started. And just move it out of the way. You don't want to be working on the car with the battery connected. Alright, next step. Okay, so I got a check engine light at 42,000 miles roughly. Took it into the dealer and they said it's not covered under the warranty unless you have an extended warranty. Now I pulled the codes myself and decided that I'm going to try to replace the sensor that seems to relate to this code. It's P007B, and the sensor you're going to need, you can look it up online, there's a TSB, but the sensor is a map sensor, and it's the one that is on the intercooler tube. So we're going to remove the front underbody. It's on the driver's side on the Fusion for the 1.6 liter. So you're going to need a M8 socket and a T30 Torx to remove the piece that's right under the front bumper here. So the piece you're going to need to remove is below the front bumper. There's a couple thumb screws on both ends, and then the M8 hex bolts are to the front. T30 Torxes are in those pockets. Okay, so here's what we're looking at getting at. It's a sensor that looks like this, and it seems like it's in this position down there. So what I was able to do is I didn't pull the whole cover off. I just kind of pulled the corner off that I needed to. If you look right down the hood latch, it's really hard to see, but you can see the screw in the sensor. So that's what we're trying to remove and replace. So what I was able to do is I was able to just pull the corner of this down and reach up underneath there and disconnect the wiring harness from that sensor. You push down on the connector and pull back. Alright, so this sensor is kind of tricky to get at. We're under the car here, and it's focus here. So we dropped that front piece under the bumper, and if you look up here, you'll see the intercooler, and then there's a hose. So it's kind of hard to see, but if you follow this up here, you'll see the sensor on top of where this intercooler is.